Hey y'all, it's me, Terry. I have been a nail polish junkie since I was like 5 years old, and I've been doing nail art since I was about 9. So a lot of my friends have encouraged me to make some YouTube videos just kind of showing y'all how I do what I do. This first one is actually going to be a very basic video. It's not going to be any nail art, but I just want to kind of give y'all some tips on how to have a great manicure that lasts, that has the quality of a salon manicure without the salon manicure price. So I'm just going to share with you some of my favorite items and kind of show you what I do to make sure that I get a really good manicure going. First of all, I love these hands down ultra nail pads. These are so cool because they have this little shield on the back of them, like this. So if you mess up or whatever and you want to take nail polish off, you can do it, but you won't mess up your other fingers. Very cool. Also works great if you're trying to take polish off your toes, but your fingers are already done. So anyway, so I definitely would invest in these. Basically, I have a couple of other tools that I will not do a manicure without. The first one is Creative Nail Design, CND. It's their sticky base coat. It's Stickey. It's not how you spell sticky. It makes me crazy, but here it is. This stuff is the best base coat that I've found. It really helps the polish adhere to the nail so that it doesn't chip as frequently. This other one here I have used this for 13 years. I have yet to find anything that's better. I used to use Out the Door. This blows it out of the water. This is called Seche Vite. This is a top coat that you can get, I believe Target even carries it these days, and it's worth the money. It's a very thick viscosity, so it actually gives a lot of sheen to the nails, kind of gives them an appearance of like a gel manicure without the damage that gel manicures do. Also helps prevent chipping, and it dries super, super, super fast. It's really awesome. Definitely get some of this. Another thing you want to have on hand is a birchwood stick. This is so that you can clean up the mess around your cuticles should you happen to have any. It just seems to work a lot better that way for me as opposed to doing it afterwards. If you want to do it afterwards with a nail polish remover pen, that's fine too. I just find this to be easier. So basically the thing that I would do is, first thing is I'm going to take my sticky base coat. I'm going to move this just down a little bit so that y'all can see more what I'm doing, hopefully. I don't know. This may not work very well. This is my first video doing polish, so let's see if we can't come up with a better option. Working on the fly here. So, there. Maybe that's better. All right. So what I'm going to do here is take my sticky base coat, and I always work pinky to thumb. Pinky to thumb, for whatever reason, seems to prevent me from messing up my other fingers. If you work thumb to pinky, I think it just gets in the way. I've always done it that way, so just go with it. So basically, I'm going to show you from this angle. And make sure that you get an ample amount of the base coat on the brush. You're going to start, and you don't want to go quite up to the cuticle. You want to go as close to it as you can without actually touching it. This is part of what's going to make your manicure be less messy. It looks more professional, and it keeps your cuticles from drying out. So you're going to do like that. And when you're in cosmetology school, they make you do three strokes, one down the middle, one down each side. Doesn't usually work in the real world, but for the purposes of state board, that's what you do. So yeah, you're just going to do that. Actually, I'm just going to do the larger fingers just because it's harder for you to see on the pinky. But like I said, I work from pinky to thumb. And you're just going to do that, go all the way over to your thumb, and then you're going to switch over to your other hand. You always want to use 2 coats of color. It doesn't matter how dark it is. That's part of what makes the polish stay on better, is that you get that thick coat that gives it more durability. You're not supposed to shake polish. We're supposed to roll it, but I shake it. I'm a rebel. What can I say? This color, just in case you're curious, is from the Minnie Mouse collection, and this one is a definite must-have. I don't think you can see that, and it's upside down, but yeah, definite must-have. So, same as with the base coat, you are going to make sure that you get an ample amount of polish on the brush, not too much, but you want to have just kind of a little drip at the end. Same thing. You're going to I usually set the brush down and then I push it toward my cuticle, making sure not to touch the cuticle. Same thing, I set it down, push it toward the cuticle, and then pull the brush away. A little too much polish on the brush this time. When you do it that way, it gets it as close to the cuticle as possible, but it does not get on the cuticle. Every once in a while, you might get some on the cuticle, and what I do from there is I take my birchwood stick, and I just set it at the base of the cuticle, and just pull it down. And that time I screwed up my nail, which is great, but anyway. Like I said, never done this on video before, so we're going to go with it. So yeah, that's what I would do, is I just gently kind of do like this, and that'll take away the polish while it's wet, so you don't have to scrub it off later. After you do 2 coats of color, I'm only going to do one for brevity, but after you do 2 coats of color, you're going to let it dry for a minute. Blowing on your nails, by the way, does not work very well because it'll cause bubbles in your polish because your breath actually has moisture in it. So if you're going to do anything, you want to wave your hand. You don't actually want to blow on it, but I'm blowing on it just because I want to get it done so that I can show you all the top coat. Top coat's going to be the same thing. Make sure you have ample polish on the, or ample top coat on the end of the brush. Same thing. You're going to start at the center of the nail, and you're going to set the brush down. Get a little more on here than that. You're going to set the brush down near the cuticle, but not quite there. You lay it down on the nail, and then push it toward the cuticle, and then brush away. Just make sure it's smooth. You give your sèche-vite about 2 minutes to dry. It'll be dry to the touch, and within 5 minutes, it is pretty much well dry. So from there, I don't know if you can see, but I don't have any polish on my cuticles. The polish is a little bit transparent just because I only did the 1 coat. But you can see that giving just that slight little bit of space between the cuticle and where the polish sits, it just gives you a crisp, clean look, and that's what you're going to get at a salon. Alright, let's see if I can do this with wet nails. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be it for today. And like I said, you work pinky to thumb, give your nails just a quick second to dry between coats. And 1 polish or one coat of your base coat, you got 2 coats of color, 1 coat of your sèche-vite, give it a few minutes, and you're good to go. I hope this was informative, and I hope that you'll come back to see more. Look forward to sharing my nail art techniques with you. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.